What's happening, everybody? Happy Sunday evening to you all out there. The Boston Bruins open their preseason schedule tonight from the TD Garden, and the Maine Mariners land two huge additions today. Guys, let's overreact to all of this. Let's get after it, everybody. Let's go. Well, happy Sunday night, as I said. Of course, we get through part of football today. Our poor Patriots losing again, now 1-2 on the season. Couldn't hang on to the football at all today. It was absolutely a gross effort, I would say, by the team. Great defense, though. I thought the defense actually stood up and played quite a bit better today. But this isn't a football channel, is it? This is a hockey channel. We have plenty of hockey to talk about. This probably will be a shorter video as we're not going to do a full breakdown of the preseason game between the Washington Capitals and the Boston Bruins, but certainly a few points we can talk through. Before we do that, we unfortunately had more sad news from the world of the NHL today. Bernie Parent, Hall of Famer, Bernie Parent passing away this morning. Hall of Famer, of course, two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Philadelphia Flyers, just legendary goaltender, 80 years old. Huge loss. It's understated to say that. And of course, the second Hall of Fame goaltender the hockey world has lost. Of course, Ken Dryden passing away earlier this month as well. So just my heart goes out to his family, his friends, of course, the Philadelphia Flyers organization. Absolutely tough loss. Just, not a great way to kick off preseason hockey to lose someone of his caliber. And just kind of shitty. Really just kind of shitty to hear this. But anyway, yeah, again, best to his family, his friends. We will definitely keep you in our thoughts and be praying for you all. And I have no doubt that the Philadelphia Flyers will have an opportunity to honor Bernie and his memory and his legacy as the season kicks off. Moving on, before we get into the Bruins and Capitals, the Maine Mariners made a couple of big splashes today, but also some other news from ownership. Dexter Payne, the Payne family, was announced earlier this weekend that they are now a minority owner of the Hearts of Pine Soccer Club, the minor league soccer club that is here in Portland, Maine. Of course, they're in their first season here in the city. I haven't been to a game yet, but everything you hear is just wild. It's just a great atmosphere. It's, sellouts, I think, pretty much every night. I think they've been pretty successful, too. I haven't really followed it too closely, but so much buzz about this club in the city, and just great for Dexter and for his family to now be a minority owner of that club as well. I think it just shows you, if you had any questions about his commitment to the city of Portland and how he wants to invest in the city, he's all in here in Portland. That's super exciting to see. So congrats to them. Congrats to Hearts of Pine getting another great investor for the group and for the team. Can't wait to see how this develops here for the Hearts of Pine. I think it's just been a phenomenal first season. Couldn't have gone any better. And I think there's still a lot of room for them to grow. So really exciting for them. Exciting for the city of Portland as well. We do have returning to the Maine Mariners, someone I talked about on my last video, Lyndon McCallum, 25-year-old forward coming back to the team. Just an absolutely huge part of the group a year ago. 25 years old, 6'2", right wing, shoots right. Of course, last season it was between Idaho and Maine. And out of my last video, I know I got a little confused when I saw Idaho. That was accurate. We did make the trade with Savannah with Patty Gay, but he had been traded from Idaho to Savannah earlier that day. I just blanked out on that when I did my last video. 72 games a year ago between Idaho and Maine, 24 goals, 23 assists for 47 points. And as we've already talked about, McCallum fit in so naturally to this group. He was a little bit more of a physical player than Patty Gay was, fit in stylistically to the offense better, and just was a huge contributor. And I think, we got into, here it is, September 21st, he wasn't signed, and I was nervous. I think a lot of people were nervous. Is this guy coming back? Is he getting other offers from AHL clubs, ECHL clubs? Was he looking at Europe? I mean, all those questions were out there. So awesome to see him back and to have him from the start of the season. He's going to be absolutely monstrous, I think, for the team. So awesome to see that. And not to be overshadowed, the team also picks up AHL veteran Shawn, another 25-year-old player here. And we're just going to pull up his card. He's also 25. Yes, 25 years old, 5'11", left wing, shoots left. And as we said, number of years already in the AHL for him. 64 games a year ago in Ontario, had 9 goals, 5 assists for 14 points, but a total of 208 AHL games for him from 21-22 to 24-25 between both Syracuse and Ontario. Anytime you get an AHL caliber player playing at this level, it should translate well. Just a great get. A guy that, again, yeah, AHL quality player, still only 25 years old, so it's not like he doesn't have an opportunity to still work for that American League ticket. Um, Probably going to have a lot of motivation coming in here to earn that ticket back up to the A. So absolutely just awesome signings by the Maine Mariners. The overall quality of players that the team has been bringing in this summer. And yes, I know everybody's going to say we need defense, we need defensive help. I get that, but that forward room is stacked. And this is before we get any help from Providence. So as camps continue, you're going to see players start to be shuffled around from Boston to Providence, Providence to Maine. Guys, this is starting to look real good. I know we're just talking about paper today. We're just talking about paper. How is it going to look on the ice is 1,000%, could be 1,000% different. We know that. But man, with Coach Kowalski behind the bench, coaching this team up, his player development experience, and the caliber of players that we have signed here, you got to be excited. You got to be hopeful if you're a Maine Mariners fan. This is really, really good stuff. So we have a game. We have a game to talk about, guys. We actually had live hockey to talk about. Holy bajolies, this is great. Yeah, I know it was a loss. It was kind of an ugly game for our Boston Bruins, but hockey is back, baby. It is back. It is so back. And I am just absolutely thrilled to turn my TV on, to see games, turn on ESPN or go on the website and see box scores of live hockey action. Yes, practice. I know it's just practice, but man, I have been jonesing for hockey for so long. Like many of you who are watching the show, I'm sure have been as well. I will say this: if you were looking for something today to help you forget about that Patriots loss, you did not come to the right place in watching this one. However, like I said, luckily, just practice first. First time for many of these guys playing together. Live games, as we know, are much different than scrimmages and practice. And clearly, Sturm and the coaching staff, they're going to have plenty of teachable points, from video of this game to talk about with the club. Real quick dive into some of the team stats here. Let's just pull this up real quick, guys. Shots on goal, and I am reading this from ESPN.com. I know that other sites may have some different numbers, and these numbers may change a little bit, but shots on goal, 31 for Boston, 27 for Washington. Hits, 28 for Boston, 27 for Washington. Face-offs, 50-50, 27 apiece. No power play opportunities for the Caps. 0 for 3 for the Bruins, although it did look like they had some good movement, for as bad as that power play was for the Bees last year. I think they're, they looked like they had some good movement, some good energy out there anyway on that bit. So that, just the 6, penalty minutes for the Caps, 5 takeaways for Boston to 1 for Washington, and giveaways were 5 for Boston and 7 for Washington. Again, that is through the ESPN scores there. So taking a look at the scoring, of course, an ugly first period for Boston, but it was Morgan Geekie that got the scoring going there. Getting that first goal, product of really great forechecking, boys playing kind of a high-low type of game, moving the puck around. And, that puck finds Geekie kind of left circle, inside of the left circle. He powers it in. He was kind of skating kind of away from the play, away from the goal a little bit, but just had enough on there to get it through and get it in. But a quick answer for the Capitals. Of course, it's Zadorov that turns the puck over. This is a little bit of a story in that first period. Coming in from behind the net, Milano finds the puck, backhands it in behind, DiPietro. And there you go. 1-1 right out of the gate, but not long after that, at the 11:33 mark, it's Lapierre, assisted by Bavillier and Milano. Milano gets his second of the period at the 15:31 mark. That was assisted by Frank. And then Trineyev with the fourth one for the Capitals there. That's at the 16:18 mark, assisted by an, oh boy, let's get ready for this, guys. Ivan Miroshnichenov. I'm not even going to try that one again, guys. Did not pre-read that name before I looked at the box score. You can tell probably not doing the same pre-work I usually do for this video tonight. You go into that second period, really nice to see Patrick Brown at the 3:35 mark, and a nice goal there. A little bit sloppy for Washington on that one, assisted by Daryn and Veal, so great to see that. Brown's one of those veteran guys, kind of got stuck in Providence last year. Does have the C down there in Providence, and looking like probably will spend a lot of time in Providence again. Really good leader, though, for that group. And as a guy you can easily call up if you're Boston. You can insert him in as a fourth-line type guy. And he's a professional. He's a veteran, kind of a steady Eddie. But, yeah, really nice to see him getting out there, getting some good action. 8:45 mark, it's Chesley, assisted by Lapierre and Milano. So Milano with 4 points on the night, making it 5-2, and of course, no goals scored there in that third period. Just a little bit ugly, right? Of course, that first period, 4-1, and when you look at that period, it kind of looked like a first period of a preseason game, 3 days in the camp, right? It's not to make excuses for the club, but it's kind of what it usually looks like. Just not enough compete, not enough, valuing of the puck by the team, and certainly not enough protecting the net front in that first period, really leaving DiPietro, out to dry a little bit. Second and third periods did get better, markedly better, saw more fight, saw more offensive flow, certainly more of that compete level you need to see out of some of these guys that are fighting for jobs. Listen, Sweeney's made it very clear, if you want to earn a spot on this team, you're going to have to take it from someone. If you're one of these young guys, that's what we've heard all summer, and that's what you kind of saw with some of the signings that they made, by bringing in guys like Tanner Jeannot and Arvidsson, guys like that. You need to see more compete, I think. But in that third period, I did like the fact the team continued to battle for shots and offensive zone time. So I guess you could kind of hang your hat on that a little bit, that they didn't just cave away after that poor start. But as we said earlier, Sturm's going to have plenty of video to break down with the boys after this one. They're a long way from a finished product. Basically, this is typically what it looks like, as I said, after 3 days of camp and one preseason game. No reason to panic. But I'd also say probably no reason to run out and get a Bruins Stanley Cup 26 tattoo either. Maybe we just pump the brakes on that one as well. Just kind of looking through just some kind of highlights from the roster. Arvidsson, his first game here as a Bruin, kind of coming as advertised, 4 shots for him. That's kind of how he plays. Got out there for almost 17 minutes. Blue Mel, of course, the youngster coming over from the Dallas organization, 3 shots. He's one of those sneaky guys that we signed that has a chance to make the team and has goal scoring in his game. He's a buddy of Pasta. So if you're looking for kind of a dark horse kid to make the team out of camp, and it could be that surprise goal scorer for Boston, this is one of those guys, right? We already talked about Patrick Brown with the goal. He had a couple of shots. Morgan Geekie, of course, with the goal. So picking up where he left off a year ago, 3 shots for him. Tanner Jeannot coming as advertised as well, 5 hits. So that's nice to see, I guess. That's part of his game. He played about 14, 11 on the ice. Just good to see, good to see McAvoy out there, healthy, looking good. Of course, Mitten with a couple of shots in this one. He's another kid that he picked up, of course, a year ago at the deadline. So, with Zadorov, 4 hits for him as well. Had the bad giveaway there on that first goal. It's kind of what you have there with the group. Yeah, DiPietro, unfortunately, did not look great. 5 goals on 21 shots. Not awesome. But also, I would say the defensive cohesiveness in front of him, that net front, defensively just wasn't good. The support wasn't great in that first period. Kind of let them out to dry a little bit. But it is significant to this point that he is number 3 on the depth chart. He is fighting after such an amazing year a year ago in Providence, where he really was a big part of that club, getting to the playoffs and what they did a year ago. He's in a battle, and he's going to have to earn it because Corpo's the incumbent. He's the veteran guy. And tonight, whether it was his fault or not, that doesn't look great. Hopefully he'll get more opportunities. I'm pulling for the kid. I'm cheering for him. It would be great to see, great to see a battle there, a significant battle. And hopefully as camp ends and you get through the next 5 preseason games, hopefully Marco Sturm will have a hard decision as to what to do with your backup situation there in net. We will see. But the Boston Bruins will be back on the ice Tuesday night at Madison Square Garden, playing the New York Rangers, 7 p.m. puck drop. So if you're looking for some Tuesday night hockey from your Bees, that's where they will be. Next up for me, I'm going to be away from my studio for a couple of days, have a work trip this week, but I am working on my Atlantic Division team previews. That's the last division I have. I'm going to follow that up with a full-on playoff predictions video as I did a year ago. And I do have a couple of guests. I'm just working on getting schedules lined up and getting these guys on. I'm really excited about a couple of these guys coming on. Can't wait to announce it. Not ready to announce it tonight. Once I get it confirmed, I'll be able to share it with you guys really soon. So as always, thank you so much for watching this short video tonight. Thank you for listening and tuning in. If you're already subscribing to my channel, thank you. If you're new to the channel, hey, thanks for checking this out. Thanks for taking a chance on it. If you want to stay up to date on all the upcoming shows, hit that subscribe button down below. Helps me out a lot. And everybody, as always, until next time, be kind, show love, and God bless.
No, they don't want to see us in the playoffs. They don't want to see us in the playoffs. They don't want to see us in the playoffs. They don't want to see us in the playoffs. I could see y'all play out. Y'all boys gonna lose it, ain't no doubt. Can't use my name for no more clout. If y'all wanna win, just I got the motion. Like 24/7, we get it, we run up a check. I'm in the yours. They call me a goat, black 4 just to make them upset. VV's a bussin', can't with no SIs. My jeweler a chef, king of the city. I'm the best of the best. Shorty rollin', shorty tryna get it rolling. Young and grindin', he gon' get it, put them